How was Good Will Hunting constructed? So Matt Damon started the first draft in a playwriting class at Harvard University. He then later rewrote it with the help of Ben Affleck, a childhood friend and fellow actor, and completed the script in 1994. The film took place in 1997 between April and June. The problem was they couldn't use Harvard. They had to build a set of the doctor's office that looked exactly the same as the one at Harvard. Also used Toronto University as a stand-in for both Harvard and MIT. The producers and distribution of the markets, the producer was Lawrence Bender, and it was distributed by Miramax. Matt Damon also said in an interview that it had changed a lot since the original draft, and the budget for the film was $10 million and went on to gross $225.9 million worldwide. And here you can see the different cameras and editing systems. The intended audience. So this production first hit cinemas in 1997 in a limited release in December. So it was definitely a mainstream audience and mostly targeting educated young adults, along with people who like strong character-driven dramas. This caught the eyes of the audience as it feels like just a slice of life, and through this present issues like the class barrier that the protagonist struggles with, which is done in a way that even those who are of middle class, which is not featured in the film as much, can see the issue occurring. It also touches on masculinity and the struggle to seek help or get referred for help when you are angry and distant, as these traits are similar to the expected stoic and powerful in the ideal man.
Look into my eyes. Get out, Will. I don't need therapy.
That's enough. Get out.
One particular code that was used to create this product that helped to engage its intended audience is the camera angles. So we see in the "It's Not Your Fault" scene that the space between the Doctor and Will is far apart at the beginning of the scene in a wide upper body shot, but between close-ups and other angle shots we see the same position wide shot showing the Doctor and Will moving closer together, symbolizing that they are finally connecting and sharing their burdens. The narrative convention that relates directly to this code is the overcoming conflict narrative convention. It is very well done through the use of confrontation with the problem through admitting it to yourself, as seen in the use of camera angles in "It's the You're Not Your Fault" scene. In this movie, the use of the overcoming conflict convention is done in a realistic way, showing that overcoming his issue is admitting his insecurity, but it does not mean it fixes his life and gives him a happy ending, but instead gives him the opportunity to get better and improve his life. Society and its effect on the movie. So, the late 1990s witnessed changes to traditional masculinity. The men's movement, inspired by the voice of Robert Biles, sought to redefine masculinity and encourage emotional expression among men, which may have impacted the production of Good Will Hunting, as people were becoming more aware of men's emotional expression and how important it is. This also may have made the audience more receptive to the movie. This movie also explores the bias against therapy, as it was recently becoming more acceptable and was becoming more understood in the 1990s. Through this, it explores the impact of past and present and how coming to terms with things through truly processing it with the support of another, like in therapy, can help you feel freer. This movie also explores the issue related to class distinction, which specifically the idea that people from lower class like Will Hunting may be highly intelligent but have less opportunities to use it to their full potential due to their social and economic background. E.g., at the start of the film, he's a janitor. Though this film doesn't have many historical factors, the main one that I can think of is the development and ideas of social class being brought over from Britain in the early 1600s. The social, political, and economic factors shown in the film and hold back Will Hunting can be generalized to social class and the expectations of intelligence within that on a societal level rather than just subjective level, and it is one of the most in-depth and well done interpretation that I know of. In another era, in the future, when nuclear war comes to pass and humans are living in bunkers, or when we inevitably destroy the earth by destroying all nutrients and the heat waves and other natural disasters eventually make it unlivable, they will watch this film, they will probably think it is fantastical or historically interesting, which will limit the audience, as some people will see it as boring and frivolous or unimportant to their time, as it shows what used to be and will never be again.